Hey everyone, before we get started, I want to talk to you about a new deal that we have over at Ascent Equity Group, a group that I'm a co-founder at. It's brand new construction 2022, 286 units in Goodyear, Arizona, an affluent part of Phoenix. And we love this deal because it's recession resistant. And it is recession resistant for three reasons. One, we're getting it for an amazing purchase price at a $21 million discount. Two, it's cash flowing already. So if the property is able to make enough cash that it covers all its expenses, has a big cash reserve, and can throw money to our investors, then that means it could really handle anything the world throws at it. And lastly, the debt. We're getting fixed 5-year loan on the property. So we're super excited. If you want to check it out, go to ascentequitygroup.com/deal. I'll also have a link in the show notes. Now on to our episode. Welcome to the From MD to Entrepreneur podcast. Hey everyone, it's Pranay and excited to talk to you on this solo episode about going to conferences. So I actually try not to go to too many conferences because I just hate leaving home and my family. So if I do go, it has to be really important and impactful. So I'm pretty selective with the ones that I go to and try to really make the most out of each one. So that's why I wanted to have this little talk about how you can really maximize the benefit of going to a conference. 'Cause I really only go to a couple a year. So number one, always stay at the hotel venue that the conference is at. So it's always at like a Ritz or a Hyatt or some other really nice hotel. And a lot of times we think about staying elsewhere to save a little money, but I think it's really important to stay at the hotel. There's just going to be so many more opportunities to network, to meet people, and to just absorb all the material that you're getting from the conference. So, we talk about increasing the surface area of your luck, and staying at the venue is definitely one of them. Number two, meet your friends' friends. Your friends are your friends for a certain reason, and their friends are probably interesting to you. So try to meet them, get to know them. I have met people and gone into business, started businesses, and worked with people who are friends of mine because they already have this level of selection or selection bias because they are friends with people that I'm friends with. And that's how you really increase your network as opposed to just meeting random people. I'm not a big networking guy, but meeting friends of my friends, that feels a lot easier. And really the last point is a little counterintuitive, and the people that throw conferences might not enjoy me talking about this, but I never go to talks. I went to American College of Physicians. I went to White Coat Conference. I didn't go to a single talk. Why? Because a lot of those talks are recorded or you get the notes somehow. It's kind of cool, but I'm not there to sit in a room for an hour and not talk to anyone. Really, the most benefit is being around people and talking to them and really changing your mindset and meeting new people and getting new opportunities. And I can't do that if I'm sitting in a room just watching someone. It's kind of like going to a first date at a movie theater, right? How do you get to know the other person? Instead, you go to dinner, or you go on a walk, or you go on something. So I never ever go to a talk. Maybe I'll go to the keynote, or maybe I'll go to one or two that seem interesting to me. But for the most part, I never go to any talks because I really want to get the maximum benefit of being at that conference. And that is by meeting as many people as I can that are interested in the same kind of stuff and meeting my friends' friends. And I also increase the chance of me meeting someone interesting by staying at the hotel. Remember, you don't have to meet hundreds of people. Really, if you meet one or two people, it's kind of my goal for each conference that I go to, meet one or two people that are interesting. And lastly, the most important thing, and the thing that I'm actually working on, I'm not very good at, is follow up. You always get all these business cards. You come up with all these plans, and just we get busy when we get home. We get back to work. We're catching up on the mountains of paperwork that is due that we missed out on, and we don't follow up with people. And I think people are dying for that, for someone to kind of take the lead. So really, maybe take a couple less business cards than you normally do, but really follow up with everyone that you're interested in. I actually went to one conference and was talking to someone and asked for his business card, and he told me no, which is fine. He wasn't interested in multifamily, the type of real estate investments that I talk about, which is cool. He's being selective with who he reaches out to after the conference, which is totally understandable and respectable, even though it did kind of hurt a little bit. So, hope that helps. I'll have more solo episodes like this in the near future. Bye. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you know anyone that's going to a conference soon and could use some of these tips, please send them this episode. Wrapping up this episode, I want to remind you about the amazing deal we have over at Ascent Equity Group called the Cabana Encanto. We're getting it for a $21 million discount. It's cash flowing immediately, and we're having fixed long-term debt. If you want more information, check out ascentequitygroup.com/deal. Thanks, and see you in the next episode.